In the midst of life's struggles and uncertainties, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. The world can sometimes feel like a stormy sea, where every wave threatens to pull us under, and every gust of wind whispers doubts into our hearts. We look around and see the chaos, the pain, the storms, and it can seem like there's no way forward. In those moments, when it feels like the weight of the world is too much to bear, it's natural to wonder if we will ever find peace. But today, God is speaking directly to you, to your heart, with a message of peace, reassurance, and hope. He wants you to know that no matter what you're facing, everything will be fine. In the midst of your struggles, God's promise remains unshaken. His love for you is constant and unconditional. In your moments of uncertainty, when the road ahead seems unclear, God reminds you that He is in control. He sees the path that you cannot yet see, and He is guiding you every step of the way. God does not ask you to have all the answers or to carry the weight of the world alone. All He asks is that you trust in Him, lean on His everlasting love, and believe that He has a perfect plan for your life, a plan far greater than you can imagine. It is a plan filled with hope, purpose, and divine guidance. In this message, God calls you to release your worries into His capable hands. He promises to carry the burden of your fears and anxieties, for He knows that they are too heavy for you to bear on your own. He asks you to trust that He is always working behind the scenes. Even when it feels like nothing is changing, the storms of life may rage, but God is your anchor, holding you firm in His love and protection. No matter the trials you face, God is with you, every moment, every breath. His love for you is unshakable, and His promises are sure. He will never leave you nor forsake you. His desire is for you to experience His blessings, His peace, and His joy, even in the midst of life's struggles. When you trust in Him, you will find the strength to press on, knowing that He is guiding you toward His perfect will, step by step. My dear child, I want you to know that everything will be fine. Please trust in me. These simple words hold a profound message. God acknowledges the worries that weigh heavy on our hearts. He sees the moments when we feel weak, confused, and lost. But He also promises that He is here with us, ready to guide us through every storm. It's easy to become consumed by fear, fear of the future, fear of failure, or fear of what others think. But God wants to remind you today that you do not have to carry these burdens alone. His invitation is clear. Release them into His hands and trust that He will carry them for you. Your trust in God is your strength. When you put your faith in Him, He will never let you go. Instead of getting lost in confusion and despair, take a moment to rest with me. In the chaos of everyday life, it's easy to get swept up in the demands and distractions that surround us. We rush from one task to the next, overwhelmed by deadlines, responsibilities, and the weight of expectations. Our minds race, our hearts grow weary, and we find ourselves lost in the constant noise of the world. But in the midst of all this, God calls you to something deeper: rest. Rest isn't just about physical sleep, it's about finding spiritual peace. It's about taking the time to quiet your soul, to step away from the whirlwind of life and come into the presence of the one who knows you better than anyone. God invites you to lay down your worries, your burdens, and your fears, and allow His peace to wash over you. He longs to fill you with His presence, to restore and rejuvenate you in ways that go beyond mere physical rest. In these quiet moments with Him, you can find the strength to face whatever challenges lie ahead. It is in God's presence that you discover true peace, a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that anchors you when the storms of life rage around you. When you pause and rest in Him, you are reminded of His unshakable love, His constant faithfulness, and His perfect plan for your life. When you feel weary, take a moment to breathe, to pause, and to reconnect with what truly matters. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to lose sight of the things that bring true fulfillment: your relationship with God, your family, and the nurturing of your soul. God desires to fulfill the deepest longings of your heart. He knows exactly what you need, even when you don't. In His presence, you will find rest for your soul, renewal for your spirit, and the courage to keep moving forward. So, when the world feels overwhelming, and you don't know where to turn, simply take a moment to rest in His presence. Let go of the stress, the anxiety, and the distractions. Allow God to breathe peace into your weary heart, knowing that in Him, you will find everything you need to continue your journey. Do not fear the challenges that may come your way. You will stand firm, and I will never let you go. Life is full of challenges, difficult relationships, financial struggles, health issues, and the weight of the world's problems. But God promises that no matter what comes your way, you will stand firm. He will never let you go. Even in your moments of weakness, He is there, ready to strengthen you. Faith isn't about denying the reality of challenges. It's about trusting God in the midst of them. When the storms of life rage around you, remember that God is your anchor. He is unchanging, and His love for you is unwavering. When you face hardship, take a deep breath and remember that God is with you. His word is a lamp to guide your path. Hold on to His promises with faith, and you will experience His miracles in your life. Your family, your future, and your health are in my hands. God is not only aware of your struggles but is actively involved in your life. He has promised to provide for you, to protect you, and to guide you through every season. There is nothing too big for Him, and nothing that can separate you from His love. Even in the face of uncertainty, remember that God is in control. He has a plan for your life, and it is filled with hope and blessings. The challenges you face are not the end. They are the process through which God will refine you, shape you, and make you stronger. He will bless you because He desires to. Your faithfulness, even in the small things, does not go unnoticed. When you remain steadfast, when you trust in God and follow His word, He will multiply your blessings. Write the names of your loved ones in your book of prayers, and share with me your hopes and desires for them. Prayer is not just a ritual or a habit. It is a profound act of love and faith. When you write the names of your loved ones in your book of prayers, you are committing to them in the most sacred way. It's an invitation to enter into a deeper connection with God, where you place the well-being, happiness, and protection of those you love directly into His hands. Think about the deep bond you share with those you care for. Your family, friends, and those closest to your heart. Each one has a unique place in your life and in your prayers. As you write their names and share your hopes and desires for them, you are not just asking God to bless them, you are laying down your deepest concerns, dreams, and prayers before Him. God desires to know your heart, and through your prayers, you allow Him to guide and intervene in their lives in the most miraculous ways. In the act of praying for others, you are also growing in faith, trust, and surrender. God sees the love you have for your loved ones, and He values the commitment you have made to lift them up in prayer. The Bible reminds us in James chapter 5:16 that the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. This is a reminder that your prayers carry immense power, not because of who you are, but because of who God is. When you pray for others, you are partnering with God to bring about change, healing, protection, and transformation. As you pray for the protection, health, and salvation of your loved ones, remember that your prayers are never in vain. Each word you speak is heard by God, who knows the desires of your heart even before you speak them. He promises that His answers will come at the perfect time, sometimes in ways that we cannot anticipate, but always in ways that are for our good and His glory. Trust that He is working behind the scenes, answering your prayers in His divine wisdom, and bringing your loved ones closer to the plans He has for them. So, take a moment to write down the names of those you love in your prayer journal, and pour your heart into those prayers. God is listening, and He delights in blessing those you care about. Your prayers are not just words, They are acts of faith that have the power to move mountains. I am transforming every aspect of your life. My Spirit envelops you from head to toe. God doesn't just want to change your circumstances, He wants to change you. When you surrender to Him, He will transform your character, your thoughts, and your desires. He will give you the strength to break free from old habits, and He will fill you with the desire for goodness, beauty, and purity. Your transformation begins with your willingness to trust in Him, to allow His Spirit to work within you. As you open your heart to Him, you will see the old pass away, and the new will emerge. You will no longer be trapped by the lies of the enemy, but you will walk in the truth of God's love and grace. The days filled with fear are over. I have removed the devourer from your midst. Fear and anxiety are often the greatest obstacles to experiencing God's blessings. But God promises that He has removed the devourer from your life. The fear that once gripped your heart will no longer have control over you. You are free to live in peace, to trust God completely, and to walk confidently in the path He has set before you. There is no fear in love. Perfect love casts out all fear. I have written your future myself even before you were born. God has a plan for your life, a perfect plan filled with hope, blessings, and purpose. Even before you were born, He knew the path you would take and the challenges you would face. But He also knew the triumphs, the victories, and the blessings that would come as you walked in His will. Trust in His timing. Trust that He is working everything out for your good. His promises are sure, and He will fulfill every one of them in your life. I am the only holy and supernatural remedy for all your ailments. Quote. As you journey through life, embrace each day with unwavering faith and a heart full of hope. Life's struggles and the shadows of past disappointments may often try to weigh you down, but God's words remind you that you don't need to carry that burden. The past, with all its mistakes, hurts, and regrets, is no longer a chain to keep you captive. You are not defined by what has happened to you or by the things you've endured. Your future is not dictated by your past, it is an open canvas. Awaiting the masterpiece God is ready to create in your life. God is doing something new within you. Even when it feels like the world around you is crumbling or that nothing is changing, trust that He is working behind the scenes, setting things into motion in ways you may not even understand. He is the ultimate healer, the one who has the power to restore and renew. His power is supernatural, and His love is the remedy that will heal your heart, mind, and soul. Whether it's physical ailments, emotional scars, or spiritual wounds, God alone can bring the healing you so deeply need. Every step you take from here forward is a step towards a future full of hope and possibility. Though the journey may not always be easy, remember that you walk with the Creator of the universe, the one who has already paved the way for you. In moments of doubt or fear, cling to the promise that He is with you. He will never leave you or forsake you. His presence is your strength, His promise is your anchor. The future is bright for you, even if it's hard to see right now. Trust that the dreams and desires God has placed in your heart are not mere fantasies. They are part of His divine plan for your life. He has equipped you with everything you need to accomplish His will, and as you walk in faith, you will see doors open, opportunities arise, and blessings flow in ways you never imagined. Remember, no matter what the world says, or what your circumstances may appear to be, the future is yours for the taking. Keep walking forward in faith and hope, knowing that the best is yet to come. Everything will be fine. Trust in God. He is with you every step of the way. Let His love fill your heart and guide your actions. No matter what you face, know that He is bigger, stronger, and more powerful than anything the world can throw at you. Hold your head high, and walk forward with confidence. The best is yet to come. You are blessed, you are loved, and you are never alone. Everything will be fine, because God is in control.